Trick or treat, Trump style. That's the focus of tonight's angle. Now, their flight today from Korea was about 15 hours long. But even after a grueling 5-day, 3-country trip to the other side of the world, President Trump and his team, well, they're showing up for the kids. Dropped into bags of candy tonight, candy bars galore, but sadly, no gold bars. The First Lady was her usual gregarious self and beautiful, and the president, in 24 hours, he went from facing off with China's stone-faced trade team to staring down lots of witches, ghosts, and superheroes. Kids and even parents got into the spirit of last year's campaign. I love the McDonald's costume. But sadly, there was no surprise appearance by Schumer, Jeffries, or Murphy. They could have had their moment.
I'm Lucky Dave.
I'm Ned Niederlander.
I'm Dusty Bottoms, and together we're
the Three Amigos.
Too bad. They could have looked so cute in velvet, too. The president was working the phones and the press during the long ride home, and I spoke to him about a few hours ago regarding the China talks and all the other deals that he struck. The bottom line, he's very, very bullish on America. In a nutshell, here's what was agreed to. The U.S. is cutting fentanyl tariffs by 50%, and the total tariffs on most goods are now at 47%. China's pledging to reduce fentanyl chemicals, pause rare earth export controls, and purchase U.S. soybeans, a lot of them. She also agreed to a reciprocal suspension of shipping levies, and the U.S. is postponing a rule to prohibit certain blacklisted Chinese subsidies. Now, anyone saying that China got the better end of this deal is either just a Trump hater or someone who knows nothing about our recent trade history with China.
Overall, I guess on the scale of from 0 to 10, with 10 being the best, I would say the meeting was a 12. Now, every year we'll renegotiate the deal, but I think the deal will go on for a long time, long beyond the year. We'll negotiate at the end of a year, but all of the rare earth has been settled, and that's for the world. So we continue to produce the rare earths and buy the rare earths and everything else.
Well, the angle reiterates its support for a big, bold, and beautiful Manhattan-style project on those rare earths. They're used in every cell phone, automobile, satellite, etc. And the president is clear. As we continue buying from China, our own reindustrialization in this critical industry will continue. And because President Trump prefers peace to any type of war, the conversation with Xi Jinping will continue into the new year.
That's another thing we agreed. I'll be going to China in April, and he'll be coming here sometime after that, whether it's in Florida, Palm Beach, or Washington, D.C.
Now, recall that when Xi was at Mar-a-Lago back in 2017, it was memorable. Trump bombed Syria during the dessert course. Now, remember, no president has ever been this successful in getting China to stop fentanyl chemicals, not even close. Trump says the tariff threat made all the difference.
I put a 20% tariff on China because of the fentanyl coming in, which is it's a big tariff. And based on his statements today, I reduced it by 10%, so it's 10% instead of 20% effective immediately. I believe he's going to work very hard to stop the death that's coming in.
Look, it's all going to be about compliance and monitoring that, but if anyone can get this done, it's Donald Trump. And let's not forget the extra 10% is real money for the United States. It was, of course, no surprise that President Xi, a master at propaganda, tried to downplay the ongoing U.S.-China friction on trade.
Given our different national conditions, we do not always see eye to eye with each other. And it is normal for the two leading economies of the world to have frictions now and then.
Yeah, well, he was holding the world hostage on rare earths. Thank you very much. But the truth is, no president in American history has ever been this tough on China. They've all been played, some willingly so. And those criticizing Donald Trump now were largely silent during the years of China's cheating on American trade deals and, of course, when American workers got shafted. Europe is just catching on to the genius of Trump's tariffs. Germany's entire auto industry is under threat from Chinese imports. But China's not going to roll, over America. Certainly not. And certainly not going to roll over our industry. Not with Trump as president.
A variety of other tariffs still remain. Section 301 tariffs from the original, a variety of Section 232 tariffs. Some of these tariffs are, as the president mentioned, around 40%. For some individual products, it may go up to 100%. But as a general matter, it's about 45, 47%.
For decades, America's leaders were asleep at the switch, while the power of the CCP grew at our expense. But the times are changing, and today President Trump not only maintained heavy tariffs on China, he also gained time that we can use to finally free ourselves from China's influence by developing our own capabilities. No one said it would be easy to clean up decades of failure, but President Trump and his team have made a strong start. And that's The Angle.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.